Coach. Good morning, sunshines. I think, John, is that your music? John Carroll's jamming out some serious music. So, I mean, if this gets banned, because I don't, what's that? I said, will you just turn your music down? He couldn't hear me, you guys, because of the music. Okay. Good morning, sunshines. As you say good morning, sunshine, say hashtag GMS. I was just making sure I didn't get like flagged for not owning the properties to the music or the rights. I do not own the rights to that music, whatever, if you guys could hear it. Anyways, as you jump on, say good morning, sunshine, hashtag GMS. We're going to just talk about life and a little bit of perspective this morning, as we usually do to help our life move from here to there or here to there, the way that it's videoing this way. And I haven't said that in a while, right? Like my conversations and the things that I share are all about, getting from here to there with happiness and enjoying the journey. That's really what it is about. And taking a look at things differently. And for the last 5 years, I've just been sharing from experience, books, conversations, different situations, things that have inspired me to reach out to support you guys in any way possible, which is really what today's conversation is. So first, as you guys are on here, wherever you're watching, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is, just say good morning, sunshine in the comments, regardless of when you're watching. A lot of people will let me know if it's a rewatch so I can see who comes in later, which is awesome. So you can just say rewatch and then share anything that you're grateful for in this moment, anything that you're grateful for. So if you're grateful for rocks, because there's so many purposes of rocks, you could use them as a hammer. You could weight things down with it. They're beautiful in your yard. You could climb up them in the mountains. I don't know. It's good, anything, right? What are you grateful for? It will lighten your heart. It will change your mood instantly, even if just like for a few moments to give you that space for happiness. Then let's talk about your story. And I'm hoping that we get some shares on here today, you guys, regarding your story and having some of that connection and realization that your story truly matters. What you have experienced in life is like this wealth of knowledge and support that you're able to utilize to help others in the future, providing you showed up in the situation, right? Providing that you showed up and did your best, or maybe you learned from it because you didn't show up in the situation and you're like, man, I could have done this and this different, but I didn't have anybody to lead me, but now I could lead others. So where this conversation stems from is I was sitting with a friend, or actually one of my daughter's friends last night, and we were just discussing some like real life situations, right? She's asking about us, how we're doing, are we still doing at-home care, chemotherapy, and just all these different things, right? And she's had some major life happen lately. Good morning, Eric. How are you? I know I'm decorating for Christmas literally on November 1st, and I am so excited. She's had some major life occur, right? And she was sharing how another friend, or not even really a friend, like right person that she knows, is also having major life occur. And it's the same situation as her. And I'm not going to share her story because that's her story to share, right? But both of them are encountering this similar situation. And she was like, you know what? It's so weird because now I'm the quote unquote professional of this situation. And now it's part of my role to guide others going through that same thing. Right. So for example, like for me, right, never would I have ever thought that I would be the person that hundreds of people are reaching out to regarding diabetes insipidus on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and everything. Right. But I'm getting conversation after conversation, message after message, people wondering what it is. Could my child have this? Like, because it's so underdiagnosed. Never would I have ever thought that I'd be the professional. Never would I ever have thought that I was going to be the one sharing my story and supporting others going through chemotherapy with their infant, or experiencing that moment where they have this like just overwhelming news about their child. Never would I have ever thought that I would be the one to be able to have the experience to potentially support others. But when you share your story, when you realize that your experience, even though it can be hard as hell, is not lost, if you choose to open up and support others when their shit hits the fan, it's so supportive in our entire world, right? Like maybe, I don't know, maybe you have been divorced, right? And it was hard. Maybe it was 5 years ago, maybe it was 20 years ago, but you know someone right now who's trying to make it through the drudge of getting divorced and changing their entire life, turning it over, and they're completely overwhelmed because they've never been through it and they don't know how to ground themselves in it. But you could reach out and you could just be a sounding board for them. You could be support. You could guide them on some things that supported you during that time, right? Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe you've lost someone, very like close in your life, and you know someone else who has had a serious loss like recently, and you can be the one to support them in their grieving process. And I'm not saying that any of us are pretending to be therapists, right? Or that we're professionals in an area, but experience does breed knowledge, what can support other people. So when we have a story, when we have, come here, buddy. When we have a situation that we experience, good or bad, you guys, all is not lost. Maybe you won the lottery, right? You won the lottery, and it was a full learning experience of how to handle it. Do you guys know how many people lose all of their money when they win the lottery because they don't know how to handle that type of positive situation? But if you had somebody else who could share with you, oh, I did this, and this wrong, right? Came into some inheritance, won the lottery, and that I should have been this. Here you go, buddy. So it doesn't have to necessarily be negative because they're out of helium. So they're coming down now. So you have to experience that. So I wanted to share this today because I know a lot of you have a story, and some people think that either your story doesn't matter. You think that maybe you're too ashamed, or like I think ashamed is the right word. You're like, I don't want to share that. Like it's negative, it's sad, it's challenging. Oh my gosh. And I don't want I don't even want to have to bring it to that space, but somebody else might need your words. And I want to encourage you guys to, number one, look at your chapters of your life. Look at the previous chapters of your life. What chapters have you gone through, right? I've been through the bankruptcy chapter. I've been through the starting businesses and demolishing businesses chapter. I've been through the entrepreneur chapter. I've been through the network marketing chapter. I have a lot of different chapters that if I see someone else who could be supported through my stories and my share, I feel like that's part of my responsibility if they desire the help. I'm not going to go slap my information everywhere, right? But if they desire my help and support. And it's the same thing for you guys. Look at the chapters first that you've gone through, and then identify if somebody else is going through something, just say, hey, I'm here for you. I've seen a similar situation. I've done at-home chemo before too. Would you like to just sit and have coffee? It couldn't be for any more than just that, having the camaraderie in the situation to share that you've both been through it, right? So there's that piece of it, right? There's also just the open share like I do. And not everybody is meant to open share or desires to open share, but what I'm able to do in this forum through social media is connect to so many people, because even though Eric might not have the need to talk about some of the different things that I've been through, he might know someone else who is going through bankruptcy, or who does, has confronted serious illnesses, and he wants to encourage them to reach out to listen. So I'm able to support even more people through that. Today is all about sharing, you guys. Your story does matter, whatever that is. And it would amaze you if you started reaching out to people or open sharing about what it is, what you're able to support other people through. So guys, good morning, sunshines. Wayne John, come here. Tell my friend something. Tell my friend something. Say, hey guys. Can you say I am strong? Strong? Down. Okay, not today, you guys. All right, you guys, we always end by committing to something. So just commit to examining your own story. And you don't have to commit to opening up about it yet, but just commit to examining yours. What do you have to offer? What could you possibly share? And realize you do have something. You're an amazing freaking human. I love you guys. Good morning, sunshines. And we'll chat with you later on. Bye, guys.